Hey everyone, I'm Jazer, I play the piano. One of the common comments we get about scale practice is that it's a little bit boring, it's a bit robotic, and we're not really sure why we do it. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I do to make scales less boring to practice. Basically, it's playing chords underneath the scales. So let's work just in C major today. That means instead of doing something like this, we'll do something like this instead. There you go, already sounds a little bit better, right? In this video, I'm gonna teach you what you just heard. Before we get into it, I'll make sure you like and subscribe to this channel to stay in touch with more of these free piano lessons and tutorials. First, you're gonna need to learn the left-hand chords. In this little scale song, we're gonna use the chords A minor, F, and C. And that's it. Okay, so let's repeat that again. A minor, F, and the C. Okay, let's look at what the right hand is doing. Now let's start with learning this first. Please observe. Second part is one more time. You already learned the left hand. Let me break down for you what was happening in the right hand. So you're gonna play the C major scale, one octave up and down like this. Down, and then you're gonna go back up to the E. That was part one. And then part two was almost the same thing. Up, down, and this time, ending on the C. After you've given each hand some practice, you should put them together and it should sound something like this. And when you come down, change the chord. Second part is let's repeat that again, a little bit faster. Hope you're liking the general feel for this exercise now. It's a little less robotic, much more human and fun to practice. Once you mastered the previous exercise, let's move on now to playing the same thing, but left hand, why don't you try to do them broken chords instead of blocked? So instead of, now I'd like you to do, please, so break up the left hand chords. One more time. Very nice, you've completed the 1 octave scale practice. Let's now move on to trying some 2 octave variations. Time. So as you saw, the left hand chords were the same, but let's look at what's happening in the right hand this time. Now with the 2 octaves, it sounds something like this. So go all the way up, come down, skip the A, and go to G. Okay, so the last part over here looks like this. So you can go all the way up, and when it comes down, it's... Okay, one more time, it sounds like this. And the second part is like this. C. instead of the previous G. So together it will sound like this. And just like the 1-octave scale before, in the same way, once you've mastered this 2-octave ones, move on then to the broken left hand. So it sounds like that. Make sure you give lots of practice to the 1-octave and also the 2-octave variations. Next, we're going to move on to some bonus challenges. This is for the people who have mastered the exercises before and you just want something a little bit harder to challenge your brain. And the first bonus challenge is the left hand stretch. So instead of doing the broken chord like this, you're now going to do, it's still the same notes, but you're going to play A, E, and play the C all the way up here instead of this C here. So it'll sound, for example, like this. 2 octaves now. Alright, bonus challenge 2 is we're going to do some descendings first. So going back to the basic left hand chords, a descending first would sound something like this. And you can even do 2 octaves. I'm going to switch up to the left hand as well, so... I quite like this one, sounds nice. Bonus challenge 3 is some right hand arpeggios, so you can do something like this. So there you go, you can see in these bonus challenges there are some interesting ways to vary it up, but basically it's always the same principle of playing the right hand scales and arpeggios, and in the left hand you'll play some chords underneath. I think practicing scales in this way just makes it a little bit more human and a little bit more purposeful as well, because in the end when we're practicing scales, the point is to make our music better. And what better way than to just marry your scales right away into your music playing. That's all for this video. Hope you have a fun time practicing these scale songs, and I'll catch you in the next video.